Hello, welcome to Serenity Yoga, presented by the City of Livonia, brought to you right here at the Livonia Rec Center. We will begin standing at the top of our mat, hips approximately above ankles, shoulders above hips. We'll begin rolling our shoulders back a few times, allowing shoulder blades to slide down the back. Chest is open, rib cage is open, lungs have so much space to expand. And we'll close our eyes and gaze within, beginning to relax our muscles from the crown of our head to the soles of our feet, relaxing our face, relaxing our neck. Shoulders are relaxed, melting down, relaxing our tummies out. Muscles in our arms and legs are relaxing, fingers, toes relaxed. And as we scan our bodies, we'll make note of any place that needs time to heal, needs extra TLC. Remember to give yourself kindness, compassion, permission to take it easy whenever needed. And now let's all place our left hand on our heart, right hand on our tummy. We'll begin breathing in deeply, our three-part breath, feeling our belly rise on the inhale, feeling our lungs fill from the bottom, then the middle, then the top, all the way to the collarbones. And we'll pause with full lungs, holding our breath for a few seconds. And then we'll slowly exhale through the nose, feeling emptying of lungs from the top, middle, bottom. At the end of exhale, pulling belly button into our spine, squeezing the last drop of air out, holding our breath with empty lungs, setting an intention for our practice. And then we'll continue with our deep, smooth breath, releasing arms alongside of body. Let's inhale and reach arms up to the sky. Exhale, we'll bend to your right side. Inhaling, we'll reach back up, lengthening. Exhale to the opposite. Inhaling back through center, let's exhale, sinking our hips into chair. So for safe alignment in our chair, knees are above toes, bottom sinking down to the floor, shoulders are relaxed, and looking straight ahead, breathing is steady. Let's inhale once more, reaching arms up. Exhale over to the right side. Inhaling back through center. Exhale through to the opposite. Inhaling back up through center. Let's exhale, sinking our hips into chair, feeling that warmth building in our legs. In Sanskrit, it's called tapas. It's the heat that burns away all that no longer is necessary for us to hold on to. And then we'll inhale, reaching arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan diving, folding forward, giving your legs a hug, shining your tailbone to sky, rolling glutes up. Let's lift our hearts halfway into our flat back monkey. It helps to gaze up ahead at horizon, shoulder blades sliding down the back. Imagine tailbone pulled towards the back. We'll exhale and fold forward. Let's inhale this time, sinking our hips down, warming our knee joints. Maybe arms go in front, looking in front. Exhale, hands on floor, hips reaching up to the sky. One more time, we'll inhale, sinking our hips, opening our chest. Let's exhale, finding a seated position on our mat. So once again, we'll roll our shoulders back to open up our chest. Imagining a thread attached to the top of your head, pulling upward, lengthening your spine. We'll inhale at center, exhale, twisting to your right side, maybe gazing behind back shoulder, maybe winding your right arm all the way around, opening up front of shoulder. And we'll inhale back through center, exhaling to the opposite side. Maybe winding arm all the way around, but only if it feels right to your body today. Coming back through center neutral, we'll take a breath in, Exhale, let's roll over our knees, coming into our flat back tabletop position, making sure shoulders are aligned above wrists, palms are flat, fingers spread wide, middle fingers facing forward, hips are approximately above knees, and we'll move our hips from side to side, loosening up in our lower body, releasing any tension held there through our breath. And as we pause at center, we'll go for some energizing cat-cow spinal stretches. Inhaling, arching our back down, tummy rounds, tailbone lifts, shining our heart forward and looking up. Whole front of body gets a nice stretch. Exhale, curling our mid-back up to the sky, tucking chin into chest, cat pose. Inhaling, arching the back down, shining our heart in front. Exhale, curling mid-back up to the sky. And we'll do this a couple more times, just warming our back muscles, warming up our spine in preparation for our practice. And on our next exhale, we'll come back through our flat back table. We'll go for a nice spinal balance here, making sure neck is in line with the rest of our spine. It helps to gaze at the floor just in front. We'll inhale and stretch our right leg long, flexing our back heel. Left arm is long in front. This is our spinal balance. Imagine your arm and leg being pulled forward and backward endlessly. Inhale. Let's exhale, opening arm and leg out to side, placing your right foot onto the floor. And we'll help ourselves into an upright position. Inhale, reaching arms up to the sky. Let's exhale, bending towards your straight leg. This is called our gate pose. Enjoy that side body opening. We'll inhale back up through center neutral, exhaling both knees onto the floor. From here, let's ball up both of our hands into fists, placing fists into our low back, and we'll open our hearts to the heavens, maybe gently squeezing elbows together, squeezing shoulder blades together. This is called modified camel. From here, you can gently massage your back with your fists, opening up some space there. There is a regular camel where we reach for both of our ankles, letting head and neck drop back. There's also a half camel, one arm down, one arm up, and it doesn't matter which one you use. They're all very beneficial for your body. And on our next exhale, we'll come back through our flat back table, neutral spine. Now, since we did bend our back one way, for balance sake, we want to bend it the other way. So we'll round our mid-back up, curling our mid-back up to the sky, and move our hips from side to side. And something about mid-back rounded like a turtle shell and hips moving. It stretches muscles along both sides of your spine. Just a very great back stretch. And on our next exhale, we'll go for that other side. So we'll make sure neck is in line with spine once again, gazing at floor in front. Inhaling, we'll stretch that left leg long, right arm in front, spinal balance this side. Stretching forward and backward endlessly, inhale. Exhale, opening arm and leg out, placing that left foot on floor. And we'll help ourselves into an upright position. Inhaling, reaching arms up to the sky. Exhale, bending towards straight leg, gate pose left side. And then we'll inhale back up through center. Exhale, releasing arms alongside body. We'll come back into our hands and knees, flat back table once more. And we'll go for some shoulder stretches. So first we'll go for, we'll do our left side first, our thread the needle or eye of the needle pose. What we do is we lift our left arm up halfway, inhale, exhale, threading it under the right arm, bringing outer edge of left shoulder, left side of head onto the ground. From here, we have many options. You can stay right here. You can walk your right fingertips up, pressing fingers into the ground. You can place right hand on top, pulling bottom arm away. Or the most popular option is winding that arm around and hanging out, getting a front of the shoulder stretch on opposite side. Maybe straightening right leg, but if you do straighten leg, engage your core muscles so you don't topple over. One more deep inhale there. Exhale, planting right hand and right knee down, coming back through neutral, lifting our left arm up to the sky, maybe winding that arm behind our back, opening front of the joint that we just stretched. Exhale, both hands down. Let's go for that other side. Taking that right arm, lifting up halfway, inhale. Exhale, threading it under, outer edge of shoulder, side of head down. And from here we have our three options available. First option, left fingers walk up a little, pressing them into the ground. Breathe into your right shoulder. You can place that left hand on top of the right, pulling it away from you. You can wind your arm behind the back, maybe straightening left leg, engaging your midsection. Inhale there, exhale, both knees, both hands on ground. And we'll breathe in and reach the sky with our right arm, maybe winding it behind our back. Breathe in there. Exhale, both hands down. Let's sink our hips into heels, resting forehead down, extended child's pose. Resting, closing our eyes, gazing within. From here, we'll stretch our arms super long in front and just feel lengthening in our spine, increase of space between each vertebrae. Let's walk our hands over to your right side. Maybe our left hand is on top. Maybe head drops between arms and hips shift to your left, breathing into that space between your ribs outside of your shoulder joint. Enjoy that stretch. And then we'll walk our hands through center. Inhale deep. Exhale over to left side. Maybe right hand on top. Maybe head drops between. Maybe both hips shift to the right. Enjoy that lengthening all along your side body. And then we'll inhale back through center. As we exhale, let's curl our toes under, lifting our hips up, down dog stretch. We'll pedal our heels, twisting our hips from side to side. Remember, you can always use puppy dog on elbows and knees. Same benefit as our down dog. And whichever option we use, we'll pause, imagining someone standing behind us, pulling hips up and back. Inhale deep, exhale, walking our feet forward, giving our legs a hug. Knees can always be bent in our forward fold. From here, let's gently shake our heads yes, and we'll gently shake our heads no. Shaking out arms from tops of shoulders to tips of fingers. Grabbing hold of opposite elbows, allowing your upper body to sway from side to side. And as we pause at center, let's inhale, opening up, reaching our arms up to the sky. As we exhale, bringing legs and feet together, hands at heart center, bending both knees, twisting to your right, twisted chair. You can stay right here. You can place your left elbow outside of right knee, or even open arms out and hang out right there. We'll then inhale, reaching arms up to the sky. Exhale, going for that opposite side, bending knees, twisting to the left. Maybe elbow outside of knee, maybe arms are straight. Hanging out, breathing as we open our hearts. And then we'll inhale, reaching arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan diving, folding forward. Give your legs a hug. From here, let's place both sets of fingertips on the floor, making a little space between our feet. We'll walk our hands over to your right side, grabbing back of right ankle or calf, pulling yourself in. This is our diagonal stretch. Maybe lifting that right arm up, taking a peek behind, windmill pose. And then we'll exhale, arms down, walking through center, inhale. Over to the left, we'll exhale, pulling ourselves in. Maybe left arm reaches up, taking a peek behind. Exhaling, both hands down. Let's bring hands and knees onto the ground. Sinking our hips into heels, resting forehead down. Extended child's. So I encourage you to take frequent breaks whenever needed. Take breaks to drink water, just to rest whenever your body feels that it's necessary. Always listen to your body, it never lies to you. And becoming more in tune with the messages it's continually giving you will benefit you greatly in the long and short term. And eventually we'll stretch our arms long in front, spreading fingers wide, curling our toes under, lifting our hips up, down dog stretch, pedaling our heels, twisting hips from side to side. From here, let's pause, imagining hips pulled up and back, so much length in spine. We'll reach the sky with our right leg, three-legged dog, circling that right foot from the ankle, just stretching little muscles in that foot, should feel wonderful. We'll pause with leg in the air, inhale, exhale, stepping forward with right foot, left knee onto the ground. So we're going to find our kneeling lunge. Most important, right knee is stacked above the ankle or behind it. Stacking of joints, very important in yoga for safety. Let's inhale, reaching arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, twisting to your right. You can stay right here. You can place elbow outside of knee, opening heart to the heavens. And then we'll inhale back through center, reaching arms to sky. Exhale, left hand onto the ground, right arm reaching up. Twisted side lunge, kneeling option. From here, maybe we can extend that right leg alongside for a kneeling side plank, or extending both legs, regular side plank. Deep breath in there. Exhale, both hands onto the ground. Finding our strong plank, kneeling available anytime. Push that floor away with hands, inhale. We'll exhale, chest forward, elbows bend, crocodile. And let's just rest with our stomach on the floor, folding our arms, gazing within. So I want to show you a front body stretch while I have you here. It's called scorpion stretch. And if you wear glasses like me, I recommend that you take them off just for a moment. So with our scorpion stretch, we'll open our arms out to a T, palms facing down, turning head to your left side, right cheek comes down, and we'll lift our right leg up, 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 and let it drop over to the left side, and let gravity do its thing. So you'll feel stretch in your cervical spine, down the torso, hip flexor and thigh. We'll bring leg back through center, inhale, exhale, shaking it out. And we'll go for opposite side, bringing left cheek down, gazing towards your right. We'll lift that left leg up, 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 and exhale, let it drop to the opposite side. And just breathe into wherever you feel that stretch. And then we'll bring our leg back through center. Inhale, exhale, legs onto the ground. Shake, shake, shake. Beautiful job. And from there, we'll go for opposing cat stretch because we did bend our back quite significantly in that last scorpion stretch. So we'll curl our mid back up and move our hips from side to side just to balance out that deep back bend we had before. And we'll exhale through flat back table, curling our toes under, lifting our hips up, down dog. And we'll walk our feet forward, folding forward near the top of your mat. Give your legs a hug, shining tailbone to sky, rolling glutes up. As we inhale, we'll open up, reaching arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's close our eyes and gaze within, taking a moment to connect with that strong center point within us, that safe haven, that refuge from any of the storms of life, available whenever we need it. We'll imagine roots growing through your right leg, four corners of your right foot in touch with the earth. Inhaling and opening eyes, we'll go for a toe lift, supporting leg right side. So you can do modified version with left toes on ground, hands at heart. You can stay right here and stand strong on that right leg. You can gaze at a steady speck on the ground, lifting your left knee up and holding on to it. You can hang out right here. You can take left peace fingers, grabbing big toe and straightening leg out. You may like to open leg out to the side. So as leg pulls down on arm, arm pulls up on leg. Those two things are working together to hold you up. There's also a bent knee option. Whatever works for you, go for it. Exhale, release, shaking out arms and legs. And we'll stand strong in our mountain pose, planting feet into the ground. Chest is open, spine is long. Let's inhale and reach arms to sky. Exhale, hands to heart, closing eyes, touching our heart with our thumbs. Listen to your precious heartbeat. Enjoy the calming, grounding effect it has. Brings you back to the here and the now. That's where all your power lies. We'll then imagine roots growing through your left leg, four corners of your left foot in touch with the earth. Inhaling and opening eyes, we'll go for the same pose other side. So modified version with your right toes on ground available. You can hang out right here. If you're feeling ready, you can gaze at a steady spot. Just like in life, eye on a steady spot keeps you focused, on track with what you're trying to do. You can lift your right leg up, grabbing that bent knee. You can use your right peace fingers, grabbing for big toe, and straighten that leg out. Maybe opening it out to the side, but it's completely up to you. And bent knee option is always available. Either way, you'll get a benefit. Exhale, release. Beautifully done. Shaking out arms and legs. Let's find our mountain pose once more, standing tall and proud. Inhale, we'll reach arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward, give your legs a hug, reward them for standing beautifully in your balance pose. From here, let's place both sets of fingertips on the ground. We'll find a nice yoga squat. So yoga squat is very good for your digestion. It's actually a groin stretch. So there's a modification where your bottom can stay on the floor and elbows can be inside of knees, palms at heart center. If you don't wish to do the modified, but the regular version, flat feet can be on the ground, even toes on the ground, and make sure, most importantly, that shoulder blades are sliding down the back, chest is open, so you can breathe as with any pose. Deep inhale here, exhale. We'll place starfish hands on the floor, going for a balance pose, crow pose. Many options. So I'll show you a couple different ways of getting into it. I always roll my sleeves up so the fabric won't make my forearms slippery because we're going to balance on it. So starfish hands shoulder width apart, bending at the elbows, making a little shelf above the elbows, and leaning the inner part of your knee up against that shelf. And you can keep both toes on floor. Crows can be on land or flying. You can gingerly lift one set of toes up, put it down, lift the other set up, put it down. Eventually you can look in front and lift both sets up and keep that back straight. Keep your focus on your breath. Exhale, release. I'm going to show you another way to get into it that some of my students find a little easier. So you can place your starfish hands into the ground, coming up on tippy toes, bending elbows and kind of digging knees into your armpit area and leaning forward. So, and looking in front so you don't topple. And when I was learning it, I would practice in front of a sofa cushion, this cushiony part where people sit, lean my forehead up against it to alleviate that fear of falling. And when you're ready, we'll exhale, coming onto our bottom, rolling our shoulders back a couple times, maybe making tight fists and circling our wrists just to make sure that we don't have any sprains or strains. Let's inhale and reach arms up, exhale and fold forward, and just to make sure we're all good, we're feeling good after our balance pose. And then eventually we'll lift our hearts, swinging our legs around, and we'll sink our hips into heels, resting once more in our extended child's. Take a moment to always check in, make sure your breath is smooth, make sure you're feeling good in your body, your mind, your heart. Eventually we'll stretch arms long in front, spreading fingers wide, curling toes under, lifting hips up, down dog stretch. Puppy dog is always available. We can pedal our heels, twisting our hips from side to side, loosening up, breathing in and out deeply. We'll pause, hips pulled up and back, and we'll reach the sky with our left leg three-legged, circling our left foot from the ankle, stretching those little muscles in the foot. And we'll inhale there, exhale, stepping forward with left foot, right knee on the ground, and we'll reach arms up to the sky. Remember, most important is your left knee is either above ankle or a little behind for safety. And we'll inhale here, exhale, hands to heart, twisting to your left. You can stay upright. You can place outside of right elbow against the knee, maybe gazing behind and towards the sky. And then we'll come back through center, reaching arms up, inhale. Exhale, right hand down, and left arm reaches up to the sky. Now from here, you can extend that front leg alongside for kneeling side plank or a regular side plank, whatever you prefer. Inhale with heart open, exhale both hands and both feet onto the ground, and push that floor away with your strong arms. Inhale. Exhale, chest forward, elbows bend crocodile, hips onto floor, rolling over our toes, opening heart into cobra. Exhale, sinking our hips into heels, resting forehead down. Extended child's, taking another moment to check in. Pat yourself on the back for doing beautiful work so far. Remember, resting, taking a time out is your prerogative. You can do that anytime you wish. Eventually, we'll curl our toes under, lifting our hips up, down dog stretch, pedaling our heels, twisting our hips from side to side. We'll pause, imagining hips pulled up and back. Let's reach the sky with our right leg, three-legged dog. We'll bend at our knee, opening our hip flexor. You can stay right here. You can flip, flipping the dog, reaching right arm up to the sky. Heart is open. Breathe in there. Exhaling, you can just flip on back, reaching leg up. Breathe in there. Exhale, pigeon pose on right side. So in our pigeon, I'll turn so you can see the angles. So your right heel is in front of left hip, and in option 1, your left leg is straight behind you, top of your left thigh touching the ground, and you can fold. Now, if this is ever painful, you can always roll onto outer edge of right hip, bending back knee and folding. This is our baby pigeon. There's also upside down pigeon, rolling onto back, right ankle over left knee, and pulling legs in. Either one is a great option. So wherever we are, we'll take a moment to just close our eyes, breathing into wherever you feel that stretch. And then we'll inhale, lifting our hearts, bringing our legs in front, shaking out our legs. So pigeon sometimes has a little bit of a straining effect on your knee. So what we're going to do is bend our opposite leg, left leg, keeping right leg straight, flexing foot, reaching arms up to sky. Inhale, exhale, folding into your right leg. Breathe into the back of that knee, imagining that stretch as an increase in blood flow, nutrients, healing. Whatever that joint needs is being taken care of. And then we'll lift our hearts, breathe in, exhale, shaking legs in front. We'll swing our legs around, finding our extended childs once more, and just sinking our hips, closing eyes, checking in, making sure everything is all good. And eventually we'll curl our toes under, lifting our hips up, down dog stretch, pedaling heels, twisting hips from side to side, pausing at center, hips are pulled up and back. We'll reach our left leg up to sky, inhale, exhale, bending at the knee, maybe flipping. Now flipping is always optional. Maybe that left arm reaches up, heart is open, breathing in so deep. Exhale, flipping on back and reaching left leg up. And we'll go into our pigeon on this left side, and I'll turn again so you can see what's going on. So keeping heel in front of hip, 3 options. Back leg is straight, top of that thigh down, and you can melt. You can roll onto outer edge of your left hip, bending back leg and just melting like that, baby pigeon. And there's our upside down pigeon, great option. Rolling onto back, left ankle over right knee, pulling legs in. And most important, whichever option we use, just being, just letting go, closing our eyes, breathing into all the places we feel stretch. Inhaling and exhaling deeply. Inhale vitality, peace of mind, life. Exhale tension, stress, worry, anxiety, anything that doesn't belong in your body, your mind, your heart. Letting it all go through your breath. And on our next inhale, we'll lift our hearts, bringing legs in front, shaking them out. And we'll give some love to our left knee, bending our right leg, foot along inner thigh, flexing left foot in front, reaching arms up to sky. Inhale, exhale, folding forward, breathing into the back of your knee joint once again, maybe visualizing a bright healing light, maybe a golden light, a pink or violet, or even a white light, and healing and nutrients are being delivered to that joint. And then we'll inhale and lift our hearts up. Let's exhale, bringing legs in front, shake, shake, shake. And we'll go for 1 deep forward fold with legs in front. So if anybody has any lower back injuries or hamstring injuries, I advise you to bend your knees. This prevents any further aggravation in those areas. If not, go ahead and straighten legs, maybe a little space between your feet, maybe flexing your feet. And incidentally, this is very good for plantar fasciitis. If you ever have any heel pain, which results from straining in this place, the plantar fascia, this forward fold is very good for that. We'll sit up tall, inhale, reaching arms up, exhale, folding forward, melting into our legs. And then we'll inhale, lifting our hearts. For the next pose, we have 2 options. You can either roll onto your back and lift your legs straight up, or you can, and that's a restorative pose, you can also roll onto your back, legs go up and over, and this is called our plow pose. So this stretches your back of your neck, shoulder area, as well as all up and down your back. Now, one word of caution in plow pose. Look straight up. Don't move your head or neck right or left. And let your belly relax out so you can breathe normally. From here, we can place hands in our lower back area and lift our legs up into our shoulder stand. And you can open your legs out into straddle. So just giving our hips an opportunity to open up and stretch. And we'll bring legs back together, rolling onto our back. And let's just lie flat. So shoulder stand and plow, they're intense poses. They activate your thyroid gland. So for my students, I always ask them to lie flat, relax, take a moment to just chill out after it. And since we bent our back pretty significantly one way, we'll go for a posing stretch. In this case, it'll be our fish pose, a chest opener. So I want you to come up onto your forearms and palms of hands. Modified fish is letting head and neck drop back and puffing our chest open, stretching front part of body. Breathe deep. There's a regular fish, sliding hands under the glutes and placing top of head onto the floor. And you can hang out right there. Some people turn this into a core exercise by lifting one leg or both legs up. But whatever feels right to you, that is the way to go. And we'll exhale, release. So for my students, I always ask them to bring their knees into their chest and round their back, forehead to knees, grabbing onto shins or feet, tucking chin down, pushing legs forward. This stretches the back of your neck, shoulder area. Make sure you don't have a crick in your neck when you're done. And then eventually we'll exhale and release. From here, we'll bring our knees into chest, hugging them super tight, rocking from side to side. And this is very good for your digestion. Pausing at center, we'll open our arms out to a T, palms facing down, shoulders touching the floor. Inhale deep, exhale, both knees fall to the right side, head turns to the left side. This is our gentle spinal twist. From here, you may like to make sure that both shoulders are even on the ground. From there, both knees come up close to your right elbow. Then maybe straightening legs, right hand on top. And you can turn your head even further to the left. You'll notice a gentle twist in your spine and opening in your low back area, sciatic nerve area. Breathe into that place, releasing through our breath any tension or discomfort. And then we'll inhale back through center. Exhale, both knees fall to your left side. And head can turn to your right side, spinal twist. Same deal as before. We can make sure both shoulders are even on the ground. Both knees up towards left elbow. Maybe straightening legs, left hand on top. Maybe head turns further to the right side. Enjoying that light twist in your spine. Low back opening, sciatic nerve opening. And then eventually we'll bring both knees back up through center and bringing them close into our chest once more, giving them a hug as we rock and roll from side to side, massaging our back into the ground, feeling wonderful. And then let's just pause at center. What we'll do is go for a happy baby pose. So opening legs out and wherever you're comfy, grabbing toes, heels inside of legs, and just rocking from side to side. So this opens up your low back, glutes, inner thighs. Some people like straight leg option. Some people like soles of feet together, butterfly legs. grabbing ankles from inside or looping arms through, grabbing opposite side of ankles, rocking from side to side. This is very good for your hip joints, P.S. And then we'll pause at center, bringing our knees back together and rocking from side to side, a well-earned back massage. Pausing, we'll circle our knees to the right side, massaging right part of tailbone and low back. And then we'll circle our knees to the left, massaging opposite side. Let's pause at center, and we'll inhale deep. Exhale, resting arms and legs on the ground, Shavasana, relaxation pose. So you can have limbs straight, you can get layers on, even covering your eyes. You can go for butterfly legs or fold your legs as if you're sitting and just close your eyes. Take a moment to reflect on all the great work you've done in your practice. And eventually, we'll bring our awareness back to our body, wiggling fingers and toes, circling our wrists and our ankles. We'll stretch our arms long behind us. Imagine your body pulled in two directions. And when you're ready, we'll turn onto one side, fetal position, gently opening our eyes. We'll help ourselves into a regular seated position. And any seated position, easy pose, butterfly legs or legs in front, whatever feels more comfy to you. And we'll roll our shoulders back once more, just like we did at the beginning, opening our heart, straightening our spine. We'll close our eyes and gaze within. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself for great work, taking time to love and cherish yourself so you can be the best version of you possible. Pat yourself on the back for putting your all into your practice. That's what it's all about. And as with anything you put your heart into, you will reap great rewards. Taking some time now to feel gratitude for blessings in your life. And in doing so, you're given strength and grace to hold on, maintain, sustain what we have. Then channels open for more blessings to rain down. Taking time now to honor the higher part of ourselves, part that connects us to the divine source of all things, part that no situation, circumstance, thing, or person can ever dim or tarnish. It always burns brightly and beautifully in us and in all beings around us. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste.